Okay guys, this video is one of those videos that might get me in trouble. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Rasa the dancer is here, and today's video is gonna be a little bit controversial. Oh my god, my words are getting the best of me. Guys, this video will be 5 things that I disagree with salsa and bachata when it comes to the rules and the things that are happening. Okay, so stick around. It will be, I think, an interesting video for you to find out as a professional dancer for bachata and salsa, professional teacher, what do I think is a definite no, and then what is a definite yes that has been happening in our community through dance. I think I'm gonna get in trouble with this, but I speak the truth on my channel, so let's do this. The first thing, purism. I'm not sure whether that's a real word. Comment below if it's not. But I call it purism because there's a lot of people in the community who say salsa should be danced like this, like crossbody should be danced like this, Cuban should be danced like this, bachata central should be danced like this, Dominican like this, and all of it is this and this and this, and none of it should mix. Well, I disagree. I dance all of it and I know technique for all of them, but when I dance salsa bachata, I like to mix things up. I don't see why can't I mix crossbody and Cuban while I'm dancing, as long as it's clear the moments where I mix things together and I come back into the predominant dance. For example, I'm a crossbody dancer, but I love some of the Cuban moves. So I dance crossbody and then I will stick 1 or 2 Cuban moves there, and then I come back into my line in a crossbody positions, and I don't see absolutely nothing wrong. I think it's not good to mix things up without intention or making it such a big mix that the partner doesn't realize what the partner is dancing. But I think to mix it up is fun. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I really don't appreciate all of those purism people and teachers who saying you can't do this because it's not the style. I say to that, I do whatever I want as long as you know your technique, you know exactly what you're doing and where you're coming from with this. I say mixing up is fun, and we shouldn't be so pure about anything. We should teach all of the right techniques to the right styles and then teach people how amazing it is to link it all together. Number 2, don't touch my face. Don't touch my face. And this is mostly for Central Bachata. I don't care who taught you how amazing of the stars or dancers they are. Why are you touching my face? I don't know. There is some move that require to pick up from the side to lead the lady's head. I get it. I don't like it. Fine. Some teacher invented this move. Now people are doing it. Fine. But don't touch my face. None of the stroking. You are not my boyfriend or girlfriend. You are not somebody I maybe even like. Do not touch my face. I don't care. You know, like most of the Central Bachata dancers, if you go to their classes, to the teachers' classes, and they do those, demos or whatever they teach, and they are a couple. It's okay for them to touch each other's faces because they are a couple. You know my couple, do not touch my face. Now, comment below. This usually happens for the women, for the followers usually. Comment below if somebody touched your face and you're thinking, why is this happening to me? Have you been in that position before? Guys, there's so many moves you can do that doesn't require to touch the face. I could have makeup on that I don't want to be smushed, or I just don't like it. It's like, even for my boyfriend, which I don't have at the moment, but I visualize if I would have a boyfriend and we would be dancing, I still don't want him to touch my face. If we're dancing in the bedroom, it's a different story. But we're not. We're on the dance floor. Why would you touch my face? So that's a no. Number three, I think is very important to break the myth that you are too big, too wide, or too short, or too tall to dance and do all of the moves. It's a myth, okay? Yes, it's true that some of the moves are not made for bigger or taller people, and sometimes when you have a mixed match in a couple with a huge difference in sizes and length and all of the rest, you do feel sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. But there's so many other ways those moves could be done to adapt to different positions, to different sizes and length and everything. So it's a myth that you can't go and do these amazing moves just because of your size or your height. Now, I know for a fact that I have, when I'm leading, I get a lot of pleasure in trying and finding ways how to adapt this move to the person I'm dancing with. I know a lot of guys, because I'm a tall woman, I know a lot of guys who are shorter than me, and when they want to turn me, they do a little jump to do the turn. Or if they're really short and they don't do a jump, they adapt the turns, the cross hands behind their back instead of raising them up. And that's the beauty of dance. The dance of salsa and bachata is a street dance, comes from the streets, and then was readapted to the halls and to the professional dancing that we do now. But it is for all, and the fun is to find ways, how can we make this move so I could do it to anybody? Yeah, it could fluctuate and change a little bit, but it's for everybody. So if you are bigger, or if you are shorter, or if you're really, really tall, you should not feel any particular way. You shouldn't change unless you really want to. But in general, if you're happy with what you have as in your body, you shouldn't feel any particular way, and you should just find ways how to readapt and reinvent the moves and enjoy salsa bachata just as much. Number four is a huge one for me, and that is, I do not appreciate when you go to the night and it's the same music all the time, the same set playing all the time. There's always tunes that people want to hear. You will always play, and I DJ a little bit myself, you always will play some music all the time, some songs all the time. But you gotta mix it up, and every night introduce a new track. See how people respond. A lot of the times you're playing those popular tunes over and over again, and what happens is that's all you play. And people now these days go dancing more than they used to, so they don't go just once a week, they will go 2-3 times a week, and they love to dance, and they dance so much. And if the music is constantly the same set, for me for example, it's like because there's so much music. And at the same time as well, if it's not a very particular night for a very particular crowd with a particular type of music, then why not play some music from Puerto Rico, tunes from El Bembe, tunes from You Salsa, tunes from Daniela, tunes that are more Latin, not just jazz or like some very popular bands for congresses. There's so much beautiful music, and I really, really dislike when people are afraid to play something just because they think, well, this is the crowd and this is what they like. No, it's good to decide what crowd it is. It's good to play for the crowd, but there's so much music that the crowd doesn't know exists, and you will only know if the crowd likes it if you test the waters. Not the whole night new music, but 1 or 2 new tracks that when you're dancing and you go like, oh, I haven't heard this before, or I haven't heard this for a while. Mix it up. Otherwise, dancing is supposed to be about music. So when the music is, or it repeats itself, it's not bad, but it's just constantly the same, you don't feel it anymore. And finally, protect me on the dance floor. Come on. I can dance. You spin me, I go very quickly. Protect me. I don't understand what it is with that throwing people around. And this is mostly for leaders. But to be honest, followers, we also sometimes create a situation where like we take over all of the space. We're like, oh, the guy is gonna look after me. And we just like letting one loose, and then it's just danger on the dance floor. So many times I have been slapped by a woman from the other couple rather than from the guy, you know what I mean? So all I'm saying is protect each other, mind your own space. I don't know what it is now, especially again in sensual bachata. Now people doing all of these crazy bending situations, love them, love to do them, but you gotta find the moment when to do it. You can't just do it because you've learned it and you decided this is the moment. No, the moment is when it doesn't kill another person. That's a good moment. Yes? So you gotta make sure and you watch your space, and that's one of the things that I really see now happening. So protect me and each other. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it sounds like a little bit of a rant, but to be honest, I think these are useful information, and sometimes it is nice to be reminded of certain things, and hopefully it will put something in your head and you'll think about dancing a little bit differently. And this is coming from a professional, so I'm just not ranting randomly. I have actually some knowledge about this. And guys, if you want to check out other videos similar kind of type, there's going to be a video here linked up for what to do or not to do on the dance floor. So check those out, and of course subscribe to my channel.